Welcome. I'm sharing a little wisdom today. I call it wisdom because my son calls it wisdom, and this particular wisdom is the message I gave to him as he went off to college, which he says meant a lot to him, and he still looks back on as being important and being an important moment. And I remember that speech pretty well, so let me try it on you. I said this: the people that we're close to and the people that we love, we want those people to be safe. Now, in terms of safety, there are really three categories of things that may or may not happen. In the first category, there are things over which you have absolutely no control. An airplane may fall out of the sky and land on you, or something like that. There's nothing you can do to prevent it. It just happens. There's nothing to think about. The second category are things that you can absolutely do or not do to stay safe. You can not take a dangerous drug, you can not commit a crime, and so forth. There are things that you can do that will keep you safe affirmatively by doing them or not doing them. But there's a third category, and the third category is really the one that's most interesting and in many ways most dangerous. And that's the category of things that add a lot of pleasure and content to life, but also can be very dangerous. Things like, let's say, driving, for example. I love to drive. Driving is a great moment for me. I love that feeling of moving through space and driving an enjoyable car. But on the other hand, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people injured and killed in auto accidents every year. So as much fun as driving is, it can never be taken for granted. It can never be done without giving it the attention it deserves. What else comes to mind? Sex comes to mind, certainly one of life's greater pleasures, but if you're not careful, you could catch a disease, maybe a deadly disease, or someone could get pregnant and suddenly everybody's lives are different in ways they couldn't plan. Third category would be drugs, because there are a lot of drugs around. There are legal drugs, prescription drugs, illegal drugs, and there's also alcohol. And just let me say that of all of these categories, of all of these drugs, one of the most pernicious is alcohol. Of all of the people I know whose lives have been ruined by drugs, alcohol is by far the leader in that group. So it's something that can be enjoyed, but it also, like driving and like sex and like so many other things in life that are worth doing, can never be done without attention and consideration and knowing what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, if you're not aware, if you're not focused, if you're not aware of what you're doing, it can be very, very dangerous. So that's the message. Never take these things casually. Know what you're doing and then enjoy them. Really enjoy them.